In this video, I want to show you how to turn your sewing challenges into opportunities. So welcome to my channel. This channel is about sewing creativity and making money using your sewing skills. So in my previous videos, there's a video I talked about signs that sewing business might not be for you. If you haven't watched that video, please watch it. I also talked about customers you should avoid in your sewing business. Customers or people you should not sew for, or if you have been sewing for them, you should stop sewing for them. So I'll be linking those videos in the description box, okay, or somewhere towards the end of the video, or like towards the end of this video, you might be seeing those videos, so you can click and watch. So stay tuned. Make sure you don't skip any part of this video, because sometimes you guys don't watch video to the end, and the juiciest part might be towards the end, or somewhere in the middle, or somewhere at all. Okay, so try to watch videos from the beginning to the end. Just be patient, okay, because everything I bring here is educational. I don't just come here to just talk. I come here to pass a very serious information that would help you, information that will help you in your business, information that will help you make more money the smarter way. Okay, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you are not yet subscribed, and please give the video a like as you watch, and turn on your notification bell as well, so that you don't miss any video that I would be uploading. Let's get started. So have you ever felt like giving up on your sewing business? Like you have the skill, you can sew, people even say your work is beautiful, but somehow the money is not matching the efforts. Okay, so have you ever stayed up all night sewing only for the customer to complain, or someone priced your work down and said it's too expensive? Or maybe you've had weeks where no customer called you, no customer came into your space. So if you have ever felt frustrated, tired, confused, or even cheated in your sewing business, then this video is for you. Today, I want to talk to you heart to heart about something very powerful: how to turn your sewing challenges into opportunities. Because guys, just listen carefully. Every successful tailor, every successful sewing business you see out there or you admire today was once like you. The difference is not talent. The difference is mindset and strategy. And today I want to help you change both. Okay, so when customers complain, that is not an attack. It is data. Gather it. Okay, it's information. Let me start with something that pains many of us. Customers complain. You sew with all your heart, you sew with your full heart, you measure carefully, you iron beautifully, then the customer still says it's too tight, it's not good, it's not fitted, this is not what I wanted, I don't like it, you know, all manner of things, and your heart just drops. You feel like crying, you feel like fighting, you feel like quitting. But let me tell you something that changed my mindset. A complaint is not an insult, it is information. Every complaint is data about how to improve your business. Instead of getting emotional, ask yourself, was the measurement accurate? Did I rush? Did I clarify what the customer really wanted? Or did I communicate properly? If 3 customers complain about the same thing, that is not bad. Okay, it is not bad. Just know that it is system problem, and system problem can be fixed. So what is the opportunity in this? Create a measurement checklist. Start confirming styles with pictures before you start sewing. Write down exact delivery dates and customers' expectation. Put everything down. When you improve your system, your brand becomes stronger. And guess what? Strong brands charge higher. Yes. So when customers says you are too expensive, that is branding problem. Okay, we have talked about system problem. Now branding problem. Let's talk about pricing. How many times have you heard, why is this so much? Another tailor is cheaper. And because you are afraid to lose the customer, you reduce your price. Now you are tired, you are stressed, you are underpaid. Listen carefully, my dear. When someone says you are too expensive, it does not always mean your price is wrong. It may mean that your value is not clear. If your shop looks disorganized, if your social media is empty, if your finishing is bad, it's not neat, if you don't package your clothes well, people will price you like an ordinary tailor. But if you take pictures of your work, proper pictures, you post consistently, improve your finishing, use branded nylons or packaging, speak confidently, suddenly your price will start making sense. So what is the opportunity in this? What opportunity can you find when customer says you are too expensive? Use that moment to upgrade your presentation. Sometimes, you don't need to reduce your price. You need to increase perceived value. There's a big difference. Okay, so when they see your value, when they see that the outfit or something is valuable, in fact the value is enough for people not to underprice you. So when you hear it's too much, it's too expensive, that is because perhaps the price you're mentioning does not match with what they are seeing. So improve on your value. Okay. Another challenge is when there are no customers. Use that period for marketing. Yes, that should be marketing time. That is the opportunity there. One of the biggest fears in sewing business is dry season. No calls, no bookings, no alerts. You start doubting yourself. Maybe I am not good enough. Maybe sewing is not for me, or maybe people no longer like my work. But listen, empty days are not punishment. They are preparation. When work is too much, you complain. When there is no work, you complain too. When work is too much, you are tired, you are stressed. And when there's no work, you complain as well. So what do you do using that dry season, that period that people are not coming? The opportunity there is use it to learn new skill, use it to learn new styles, use that period to improve your cutting skills. Take online sewing classes, create sample outfit, record videos, do video tutorials. Use that period that customers are not coming to create content. Use that period to search for some other things that can give you money. Use that period instead of just sitting, because I get to see a lot of tailors or a lot of people that sew just sitting idle when customers are not coming. Use that period to create content. Use it to start making videos that you can sell. That is the opportunity there. So instead of just sitting idle, waiting until customer comes, go out there, create content, show your work, take beautiful pictures of your work and display online. Okay? So that is it. Don't just sit idle and you crying and waiting for customers to come. So the next challenge some tailors face is this disrespect from customers. So when customers disrespect you, that is boundary lesson. Remember we talked about system, we talked about branding. Now boundary. Some customers will delay payment. Some will rush you unnecessarily. Some will bring clothes 2 days to events. Some will blame you for their own mistakes. And because you want money, you accept everything. Yes, you accept everything. But let me tell you the truth. If you don't set boundaries, people would use you. Yes. So what opportunity can you find in this challenge? Create policies. 70% deposit or no sewing. Yes, they should deposit up to 70% or no sewing. Clear delivery date. If you tell somebody this outfit will be ready in a month's time, they shouldn't come before that time to start rushing you. So if they know that this outfit they need it before that time, then you tell them either you can't do it or you charge very, very well to do the urgent work. So you need to set boundaries. You need to make your policies clear. Any customer that is bringing any fabric for you to sew must drop 70% of the payment. And you also need to let them know that once the fabric has been cut, no refund. Okay, set your policies. Make your terms clear. Make your terms and conditions very, very clear to customers. Let the customers know what you tolerate and what you can't tolerate. Let them know that your working space is not a place for insult. Okay, so this is how you would avoid being disrespected. So that is the opportunity there. Use that in short time. Use that, instead of feeling bad and all that, use it to create a policy for your business. Another challenge that you might be facing in your sewing business is mistakes. Okay, so now that one is skill development. So let me be honest with you. You will spoil clothes sometimes. Okay, you will cut wrongly. You will sew something and hate it. Instead of hiding it and feeling ashamed, analyze it. Ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? Okay, was it measurement? Was it pattern drafting? Was it rushing? Was it distraction? Every mistake carries a lesson. If you learn from it, you grow. If you ignore it, you repeat it. So the best tailors in the world today were once like you. They were beginners like you. They made mistakes. So growth is not automatic. It is intentional. Okay? So guys, the next one is competition. When you feel that competition is high, that is a signal to specialize. So nowadays, there are many tailors, many people sewing here and there. You go to Instagram, there are there. So how do you beat this? What opportunity can you find in this challenge? And it is what? Specialize. Find that particular thing that a lot of people are not doing. It could be bridals. It could be corporates. It could be streetwear. You can specialize. Most especially on the ones that a lot of people, are using. It could be Akara jackets. It could be luxury kaftans. Specialize in something that a lot of people love, but there are not many people doing it, like specializing on it. In that way, you would be known for that. When people mention boo-boo, they think of you. When they mention bridals, they think of you if that's what you're doing. When they mention corsets, they think of you if that's what you're good at. They mention kiddies, they think of you. When they mention streetwear or corporate wear, they think of you if that is what you are specializing. So when you feel the market is saturated, there are a lot of tailors, there are a lot of people sewing in your area, in your street, pick one unique thing and specialize in it. That is another way to break that. Okay, to break that idea of there are a lot of tailors. Just find one unique. If it's boo-boo, be that unique boo-boo tailor. That woman that makes the best boo-boo, or that woman that makes the most beautiful corset outfits, or that woman that makes the most beautiful corporate outfits. Yes, that is another way. So one of the challenges tailors can face is being overworked. Okay, so this is another challenge, and the opportunity there is system opportunity. Some of you are not broke, you are just overwhelmed. Okay, some tailors are just overwhelmed. Too much work to do, too much stress, no rest. And because everything depends on you, you are tired. What is the opportunity there? Build system. Train apprentice properly. Write down your sewing steps. Organize your cutting space. Badge similar styles, okay? And create templates. A business that depends only on your energy will frustrate you. A business that runs on systems will free you. Don't just sew, build structure. Okay? And the next one is turn your story into content. That is another opportunity. You see all these challenges, all these things you're facing in sewing. Turn it into content. Is it the rude customer? Is it the wrong clothes? Is it the beginning and finishing of a dress? The process? Is it the clothes that came out so bad that you were able to amend and later become so good? Put all these things into content. People are willing to see transformation. People are willing to see your work. People are ready to watch everything. People want to see those things that relate to them. Okay, those things that they are passing through, and they see how you're able to mitigate it or how you're able to come out of it. People want to watch. Put these things into content. The frustration, the abusive customer, everything, the pattern process, just put them into content. We are in a digital world now, so take all these things as what? Opportunity. Take them as opportunity. The wrong measurement, the outcome of it, you can teach. People can learn from that mistake. People can learn from everything. How you are able to turn these challenges to opportunity. How you, customers complain. How you are able to go back to your drawing board, find a way to take accurate measurements, find a way to write down your measurements, find a way, there are people that just write down measurements scattered in a very scattered way. But on my channel here, I taught how to arrange your measurements. You start by the horizontal measurements, then you go to the vertical ones. Okay, the horizontal, which is the points from shoulder to your bust point, your under bust, your waist, like that. Then you go to the horizontal measurement, which is taking the round measurement, your bust circumference, your waist circumference, your hip circumference, all those things. These are things some tailors don't even know how to do. Arranging your measurements, drafting a very neat pattern before going ahead to cut on the fabric. These are things you can, put into content, turning your challenges to what? Opportunities. Those customers with their different complaints, how you were able to handle them and everything. How you were able to handle pricing. How you were able to handle challenge, the dry season. The new skills you learned, why customers were not coming. The videos you made, why customers were not coming. Put all these things into content. In this way, your challenges becomes opportunity. You learn from them, you earn from them, and your business grow from there. Okay, so you are not just an ordinary tailor, you are a business owner. Call yourself a business owner. Do not see yourself as a small business person. Do not see yourself as an ordinary tailor. All you need is mindset shift. Okay, you need a mindset shift. See see the positive side of every challenge, and in that way your business will grow. So I hope you love this video. Please give it a like. Let's grow together. Follow me on this channel, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and please share this video to other people you know that might need it. Okay, share this video. Your challenges can become opportunities for you. I would love to see you in my next video. Remain blessed.